Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley showcase. I'm at a little bit of a different angle. I am in my office, but I'm looking to the right. These are my Carney wall displays that I have just turned over. I had Tomica Limited Vintage in here. I'm going to be doing something totally different with Tomica Limited Vintage. And I've replaced them with Hot Wheels. In particular, you probably can see it. It is Hot Wheels RLC models. This is the latter part of my collection. The beginning of it is way up there. I apologize for the glare, but my convention models are up there. My RLC collection starts there. You can see one gap. I'll talk about that in a second. Continues down here, and I figure I'll be filling it up fairly quickly. There's a lot of white space there. And then I've got the some mail-in cars basically to take up the space for now. I'll be eventually replacing those. Below, in case you're wondering, Boulevard. I moved Boulevard, both the old Boulevard and new Boulevard. I merged those together. I don't have all of the old Boulevard, just the models I want. Plus, I think all of the new Boulevard, I put the Legends Treasure Hunt models over to the side too. I'll basically fill that space too very quickly, I think, with Boulevard. The latest kind of sit in, uses a background for some of my videos, and as I get newer models, they'll get pushed into this display. No reason to explain that. Behind me is my car culture display, and we'll get to that when I do drag strip demons. I'm going to be opening those up in the coming weeks, and we'll do videos on that. But we're talking RLC. As you can see, I've got some space for future models, but I also have some gaps that I need to fill, and that is what we are going to do today. First, by way of sneak peek, I mentioned these are my mail-in models, right? Store exclusives. I don't collect a ton of them, but if they're models I like, I definitely do. And I'll do a separate video on those because I have to do an update. I've got the final three. Mattel sent me the final three mail-ins. I don't know which stores. If this is GameStop, Target, Walmart, Kroger, Dollar General. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm going to find out once I do. I'm going to open these up. It's the Skyline C210, Subaru Impreza WRX, and the Ford Bronco. Add that to what the Porsche 356 Outlaw, the Mustang, the 69 Mustang, and the Alfa Romeo Giulia, right? So we've got three more to add to that, and I'll do that in a separate video. But we do have some models to fill. I mentioned that one up top. We'll do that in a second, but to start, well, I've got three gaps here. I basically put these in order of release, not in order of sale, because as we know, some of them go on sale and they haven't even made them yet. We don't get them for like a year. Others tend to be back ordered. It really just depends. So if they arrive during the year, I count them during the year. So the 2022 starts here with the blue BMW, and I've been putting them in sequence of arrival so we can do the Lamley Awards at the end. So I've got three models that I got to put in there, right? And we'll talk about those gaps in a second. And I have one model that I definitely want to backfill, and that is this one. So that is where we're going to start, and then stay tuned till the end. You're going to see these models, but I'll give you a little sneak peek of one of the upcoming models. I think goes on sale in October. All right, this one. I mentioned the gap up at the beginning of my display. I've been trying to backfill some of the RLC models I want. I'm pretty much there. There's a couple more on my list, but this GMC panel, 64 GMC panel from 2010 has been on my list for a while. And if you remember when I did the Drag Strip Demons video, it was a collection who sadly passed away, a local collector here who sadly passed away, and my friend Mike was selling his collection to raise money for a college fund, and they raised a ton of money, which is awesome. But this is one of those models as well that came from that collection. So I purchased that, and it's one I've wanted, so I'm going to open it up and add it to the collection. GMC panel, very, very cool model. They've added an opening part later on, but this one didn't have that. Hot Wheels Racing, it kind of matches nicely with the other panel, the Chevy panel. Maybe I'll put that in the background, but let's open this up. I don't know if I showed you the number on this. 4,000 made. This is 2478. Save that card. And here is the model in Specter Flame red and blue. Obviously, it's Hot Wheels Racing. You got the flames on the back. You've got some logos on the side. This thing is just so cool. I just love when even the Hot Wheels Racing, when they do these kind of classic panels, and they really fill them up with some cool deco. And this one just really, really pops with the Specter Flame red, the Specter Flame blue, the Hot Wheels logo. it's just classic. These panel vans have kind of, the interest in them has waned a little bit, but hopefully those days will return, because this is a fantastic, fantastic model. Putting it together with the racing Chevy panel, the 55 panel, makes a ton of sense. So I'm going to add that up to into the RLC collection up top. It was a fairly early model, and like I said, I try and do them in sequence of release or arrival, so that's where that goes above the Supernova, I think. But that's where I've made it the spot. All right, let's get to these next three. Order of release. The first one I've got to do is this one. I haven't, I got this a while ago and just hadn't opened it up. I didn't preview it. It's the Hypo Hauler. This is the third release of the Hypo Hauler. The first one was part of the Gas Monkey Garage, right? There's the number. 12,821 of 30,000. Then there was a holiday version in green. Now we have this nice, cool version in blue. There's the art. If RLC releases it, I'm going to add it, and it's the only line where I actually have us vote on every model, not just the new castings. Here it is. The Specter Flame, it's kind of a dark aqua blue, is really, really cool. This casting, I guess I'll say this. I can really appreciate the details in this casting. Actually, I really like it. And the more I look at it, I really dig it. It's so detailed. And this was one of the first, when Brendan Vituski took over, these were one of the first models that he did where he just added all kinds of incredible detail. A lot of separate pieces. Obviously, this drag look is really, really cool on it. That might be the coolest version ever. I really like that copper one, but this one just has like better detail in my view. Wheels look amazing. All right, let's add that one. Might get a little squeaky. That goes right there. Okay, next one. Chevy, that was a selections model. Selections means collectors vote on the model, the color, and then Steve Vandervaart does all the details. That one already came out, but there was a second selections model that I need to add that finally arrived. And these, because we vote on these, then we get to buy them, then they make them, then they send them. So we did this one a while ago. This is the 69 Dodge Charger RT in purple. Two different versions of that. First one was in black, kind of modernized with the Helifunt engine and the modern wheels, the 5-spoke. Second version, convention model, which is more of that classic style. And this one kind of fits that very, very well in purple. I'll show you the back. No number there because they make these to order, right? So if there were 10,000 ordered, they made 10,000. If there were 50,000 ordered, they made 50,000, but they didn't number them. Well, first off, there it is. I'll start with the engine. There it is right there. Beautiful, beautiful detailed engine. Here it is in purple. So I love the fact that we have three versions and they're all essentially like the same style, right? Essentially stock. I mean, the colors maybe aren't stock, but essentially stock with that Mopar rear stripe, which just looks so, so cool. What a cool group of cars put together here. And this Specter Flame purple is just beautiful. You've got like the steering wheels is a separate color. Oh man, that is so pretty. These RLC models, it's nice to have some packaged, but taking them out of the package is something. All right. So that one goes right there. It looks fantastic. And then the last model that we're going to add today, boom, the Triassic 5, 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser. This is another one we basically bought to order. They've done this a few times. They did it with the Mustang right here. They've done it with this one. And then Ryo Asada's Honda, which is going to be shipping soon. So that's going to go right there once I get it. It actually, some people have already gotten theirs. This is the Triassic 5. It's actually the premium, right, RLC version. It is the RLC casting of the Triassic 5. The Triassic 5 is Brendan Vituski's actual gasser. He's been working on this car for years. It's essentially done. Has more of a patinaed rust look, but this is almost like what it would look like when it was new. And then, of course, this was released in the main line as well, right? So this is the RLC version. It is unbelievably cool. And I just want to... Artwork's awesome. Oops, there's the glare. No number on this one, too, because it was made to order. Basic difference between the basic car and the premium is that the rivet is in the back. There's some other details as well, or behind the front wheels instead of in front of the front wheels. This thing, it's a gasser, and it's in Specter Flame green. There's nothing to say about this other than it's awesome. These gassers are so cool, and this one is so clean, and I'm so glad Brendan got to do both a basic version and this premium version of the Triassic 5. I hope you guys have it. If you don't, go online and grab it because it's worth it. All right, this one goes right here. There's quite a few cars coming up for sale here. Oh, that looks good. I love having it done. Quite a few cars coming up for sale soon, right? And then one of them that they sent me already because I think it's ready to go, but I don't think it's going on sale till October, and I don't know if I'm even supposed to show this, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's a Lamborghini Kootas Lp 500S. I think it's been seen, but I'm just going to show this very, very quickly. There's the packaging. There's the model. And when it's time, I will take it out and I'll add it to whatever slot it needs to go to. Since I don't know if I'm supposed to show it, we'll just keep it at that. Thanks, everybody. You guys tell me what you think. It's fun to do these displays. It's fun to see these cars together. Which of these that I opened up is your favorite? The old one? The panel? Or is it one of these new ones? They're all really, really cool. Thanks, everybody. Bye.